How significant is international sex tourism in sustaining this despicable reality that we're talking about?
I was talking with an older friend of mine, and she mentioned that she has a caretaker, and the caretaker goes on vacation every other year with his friends, and they go to Thailand. This caretaker is not wealthy. He is someone who's he does kind of, quasi-physical therapy. He helps out and different people who are older. So we're not talking about a man about town. We're talking about someone in his mid-50s, and this is what he considers his vacation, to have a sex tour trip to Thailand every other year with his 3 buddies. So when you're picturing something, I know we have these multimillionaires who have done this, but these are just regular people. And in their minds, it's like going to Nevada. Only it's more exotic because he's going to Thailand. And they look forward to it. They plan it as we would plan a trip to Hawaii or to Yellowstone Park. And they see nothing wrong with it because in their minds, it's legal there. So they don't see it as an illegal act. They're saying that this is just the vacation we choose to have. And they take precautions, and they'll have discussions about it, but they don't really have any deep and abiding shame about what they're doing. They were more outspoken because I happened to overhear them and ask them questions. But he passed on not too long ago, but he passed on with the sense that he was doing nothing wrong. And I'm quite sure his friends are continuing the trip.
There's also an element that there are chartered flights out of the Middle East to Cambodia, Thailand, where 250 men go there for a weekend to have sex with 12-year-olds. I mean, it's incredible.
Right. And I understand they seek out the younger ones on the supposition that the younger that the victim is, the greater, the less of a chance that there'll be that she, in effect, is a carrier of AIDS.
And there's another element to this
so they get
also.
Younger and younger in terms of
Joe, there's another element to this also. In Africa and India, there's a belief that if you have venereal disease, AIDS, syphilis, whatever, gonorrhea, and if you sleep with a virgin, you will get rid of the venereal disease. There really is a belief like this. And virgins are really prime, they're worth a fortune. They sell them to these people that have venereal diseases.
Right, and there are also a number of other factors that go into sex tourism, particularly child sex tourism. One is the anonymity that, being in a foreign country, you can behave in ways that you wouldn't normally behave back home. There's also cultural ignorance. That, yes, child marriages still do occur in the world and are part of some cultures, but no culture has child prostitution as it. But people think that, as soon as they hit puberty, they're fair game for anyone. And the institutions with child marriage tend to be the most, sexually, chaste societies, where you can only have sex within the confines of marriage, which is why they get married so young. You also have, they're so poor, I'm actually helping them. I'm giving them money. And just for the record, the children never get to keep the money. It's always taken from them. And there's other reasons, but what it comes down to is basically ignorance when it comes to sex tourism. And not too long ago, there used to be a sex tourism company that advertised out in the open in New York City. I forget the name, I think it was like Big Apple Tours or something like that, where it advertised sex trips to Thailand. And the whole thing is, like I said before, you could go to Nevada where prostitution is legal, but there it'll cost you $600 for an hour with a girl. But if you fly to Cambodia, it'll cost you $50 for a night with a girl, and you can pay for multiple girls. And so there really is an element of it's cheap. You can buy, your dollar goes a lot further when traveling from the global north to the global south.
Mixed in with that is also the want for that money. So this is very interesting because I know people. When I went to college in Bombay, so rich Arabs would come and stay in really, really awesome posh hotels, 5-star hotels, and there were actually people that would come to our college campuses and ask girls if they wanted to make a quick buck. So a quick buck was a lot of money. A quick buck is about $200 if I was to convert it in dollars. For a middle-class girl in college, that's a lot of money. So a lot of girls would go. They didn't care. It was like, and now mixed in with that population is a lot of stay-at-home moms who started doing that as well. They're just like, well, my husband doesn't know, my kids don't know, but that's extra money for me to be able to support my kids and support my husband and everything. So they will, so in terms of international sex trade, there's rich customers out there, there's a demand now, and there's women who are willing to do that for money.